Hey, question for you. Are you above the line or below the line? If nothing's working in your life, ask yourself this every day. If things are not moving forward, it could be your own limited thinking or the process that you're thinking in right now, and that is above the line or below the line. I'm going to show you a slide in 2 seconds so you can take a look at what that looks like, and stay tuned as I explain how this can shift you to where you want to go today. So I asked you just a second ago, are you above the line or below the line? And what does that mean, Carrie? What does that mean exactly? And when you've worked in the coaching industry as long as I have, it just becomes a way of thinking. But there's certain acronyms that can help you. First, let me explain. Above the line actually is when things shift and change for you. When you're below the line, think of it as negative thinking. Above the line, positive thinking. That's kind of how I think of it. But I like to go a little deeper than that and give you some acronyms so you can actually remember how you need to think in order to really create change. Otherwise, you will stay in one spot forever. So the above the line is the victor mindset, where actually things change and shift for you. The below the line is the victim mindset, where you're literally never going to go anywhere but stay in victimhood, and no one wants to stay there. Nothing fun happens in victim land, but more reasons to be a victim. Am I right? So let me just show you a quick slide here in a minute of what above the line looks like. In fact, it stands for OAR. Think of the oar that you need to row yourself towards the destination you want to go to, and what that acronym actually stands for. So OAR stands for ownership. When you take ownership of your situation, that's when things shift and change for you. When you take accountability for the situation you're in, again, shift towards change happens for you. If you take responsibility for your actions, your mindset, your lack of actions even, that's when shift can change for you. So take a look at this slide right now of what above the line thinking looks like. OAR, think of it as the oar that gets you to row, row, row your boat towards where you want to go, okay? Ownership, accountability, responsibility. Take a look at this slide. So you saw the reference to OAR above the line. Naturally, wouldn't you think everybody would want to be in that space? Isn't that where all the fun stuff happens, when you're positive, you're upbeat, and you're moving your life in the direction you want to go to? But sadly, myself included, we sometimes get stuck in the, why did this happen to me? I don't understand. I didn't do anything wrong. Why aren't they helping me? So what does below the line look like? Because we don't want to stay there at all ever, right? So I'm going to get you really clear what the below the line looks like so that you can shift out of there as fast as possible, because that's yucky space, yucky energy, zero productivity space, okay? Below the line, the acronym that we use is BED, B-E-D. No one wants to stay in bed all day. What do you do when you're depressed and upset? You stay in bed all day, am I right? You don't even want to leave. You just pull the covers over and you're like, poor me. So this is easy for you to remember, okay? So if you're staying in bed, not literally, but maybe, you're at the stage of below the line, which is BED. Stands for, this is the acronym for blame, excuses, denial. Okay, so you can get really clear on that. Am I blaming others right now? Am I making up excuses? Am I in denial of my situation? So when things aren't progressing forward, this is when it gets tough. This is serious, tough love. You have to think, okay, where am I blaming others for my situation right now? Where am I throwing out excuses and, pointing blame at everyone else is like deflection away from you, because you know deep down it's your situation. You're the director of your life. You get to steer the ship everywhere you want to go, all day, every day, by your thoughts and actions and decisions. And last but not least, where are you in denial? Maybe something isn't quite going the way it should, and you're not willing to face that situation right now. So let's take a look at that last slide just to kind of remember again what the acronym for below the line is, and it stands for BED, B-E-D, which stands for blame, excuses, and denial. So I'll let you give you a visual slide of this, and we'll return back to going through that once more. So did you write those things down? Did you see the acronyms for above the line and below the line? I want you to take a note. And again, if you can't remember it, bring it to memory. That's how I did it. OR, O-A-R, row yourself out of the situation, bed, B-E-D, and then remember what those words or the acronym actually stands for to help remember where am I at? Why is nothing working? When you're asking all those questions, like what's this? What's going on here? Ooh, time out. If I want this to shift and change, I'm going to have to take ownership of my actions, my situation. I'm going to need to hold myself accountable to get out of it, create whatever it is you need to do, ask for help. And I need to be responsible for my own situation because, again, this is your life. No one else's. And no one else is running the ship but you. So if you're literally letting everyone else come along and drive and sail your boat away, then that's on you. You got to take accountability for that. You need to be the director of your life, step into that director's chair, and truly own it. So grab the oar with your ownership, accountability, and responsibility, and get yourself out of bed, which is the blame, excuses, and denial. Hope today's video was helpful to you. Start making these changes, these conscious and aware changes today in your life and business, and you'll see massive change up ahead. Good night, guys. Bye.